she said, this doesn't even look like my house.
It doesn't.
Mama, you ought to see inside.
Why?
So different.
Is it?
So different.
Look how close Doris and Jerry's house is to 49.
I know. After living in your new house,
Yeah.
these rooms seem so small.
Is that right?
All right, Queen, here you go.
I want to be inside when y'all come in.
Oh, yeah. That big window on the front.
You got it?
I got it, yeah. This
sure?
whole road looks so different.
It's sad how it looks in this area now. I told Mom, I said, I started to tell Brad to bring his gun.
How do you know I don't? I like the front porch that they've done, though.
I do too.
I like that. And I like the colors.
I don't know why they didn't straighten that one beam there.
Who knows?
This is crooked.
Who knows? All right, I'm going to go inside and shut the door.
You bet. I like the door they put on there.
All right, y'all come on in.
You go in first. Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious.
This don't even look like the same place.
It doesn't, does it?
So this is their living room area
Because remember, you used to come in
over here.
over here,
Yeah.
and then there was a wall
Yeah, the door.
where this is.
Yes.
There was a wall
Diagram.
running right here.
Yeah.
And then, so I've already walked it the way that it used to be. Because you'd have to come in here. This was the dining room, and you had to swing around. There was nothing here. I mean, this was cut off. Then you had to come in here, and of course, it wasn't anywhere near this wide.
Right. Go into the kitchen.
And then y'all's wall, well, this was the wall
Right.
right here.
Right.
And then your fridge was over here.
Yes.
Your stove was it over here? Or was it always here?
It was over here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was always-
the sink,
yeah.
That was the kitchen sink over there.
Yeah,
And this was the stove over here.
yeah,
And then the table sat right here.
yeah. The table that's in my
That's-
breakfast area.
That's right.
Same
That's
table.
right.
Same table. I don't know when y'all got it, but
Yep. And then this was the
Yeah.
big den where we had our Christmases and everything else. And that was already closed.
yeah,
Somebody's already broken that window.
yeah.
Good night. I'm anxious to see what the basement area looks like.
I couldn't get down there.
You couldn't?
Mm-mm.
Well, that's a big room right there.
Well, they haven't added any to the room.
They
It's-
haven't?
No, it's the same size it was.
Right up there was where that shotgun used to hang that I
That's
want.
right. That's right. Look, the nails are still
Nails
there.
are still there from the shotgun.
nails are still there from where the shotgun hung, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the shotgun?
Rick
Gave
has
to
it,
Rick.
Okay.
and I've tried to get it back, but he's not interested.
And this was your laundry room. What is this now?
It doesn't open.
It does not open?
I couldn't get it to open.
Uh-uh.
And then y'all did the Christmas tree over there, if I remember correctly, didn't you? Because you couldn't have done it over there to go downstairs. Or did y'all do it? Well, you couldn't have done it there.
No, it was over there. It was over
Yeah,
there.
because the couch was right there,
Sofa, and then
and
the sofa was here, and then there was the love seat was over there with its back to the kitchen.
yeah,
And
because this
then-
wasn't as big.
Right, and then Dad would put his Christmas village out on top of the stereo that was over here.
Yeah. And this wasn't here.
Closed off. Well, that room, that was the porch.
Yeah, I think was this a window?
No, they've added this.
Okay.
No, it was a window, but it was closed. Yeah, because there was
Yeah, because this
added
used to be
on.
yeah.
This was a garage.
Correct.
A carport initially,
Correct.
and Dad enclosed it because when our house was being built and we were living here, Dave sat out here doing. Put up a desk out there, and that's where he worked.
But Mama, you asked if there was a
You said-
refrigerator in the garage with Snickers in it.
Yeah.
There isn't. I've already gone to look.
I'm sorry, honey.
Let me take a look here. Well, the garage looks nice.
All that stuff that Paps did in that little bitty garage.
Yeah.
That's the garage.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Right here was the refrigerators, and then back over here was our train table.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Where's the train set?
I've got the train set in the attic.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's good.
At one time, Dave and I talked about putting it up
Mm-hmm.
when Brandon and
Jacob were little.
Jacob were little.
Yep. So,
This is a set of keys right there in the door.
Yeah. and then Sarge's doghouse was right over there, if I remember correctly.
Not Sarge.
I mean, not Sarge, Rusty.
Yep.
Rusty's doghouse was right over there.
And Dad put up the fence.
Did he?
Yeah.
That white fence?
No. Well, he probably put up that too. But the other fence, the metal fence around here,
Yeah.
Dad put up. And then our basketball goal was back there. And right here we had, right back here, remember when we had Mr. Willie, the
Yeah, the rabbit.
rabbit, his thing was back there. But we would have two big piles of pine straw from where we had to
Rake the
rake
yard.
the yard, and then we'd have pine cone battles. We'd make the big pine, two big pine straw way up in the, you know. That was our little fort area to hide us.
Don't even look like the same place.
We'd
at all.
get all the neighborhood kids over. We'd get all the neighborhood kids over and have pine cone battles. And play horse on the basketball thing back here. Do you remember any of that?
Yeah,
Good.
I remember Mr. Willie.
Do you remember the pine cone battles?
Yeah. But I made y'all work in the yard to get it.
Yes, you did.
And even carried you to Mr. Hollins to pick cotton. You remember that?
I don't, I was too small. Alright, let's go see the bathroom. This looks good. I like this dark gray on here.
Yeah, I do too.
That's really good. This flooring reminds me of your flooring in your house. Well, this will be a nice little kitchen area. I like what they've done back here on the backsplash too.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, that looks really
Mama, I can promise you, I don't know who's gonna live here, but they ain't gonna make eggs and biscuits as good as you and Paps did.
And gravy.
Their biscuits ain't gonna,
Biscuits and
their
gravy.
breakfast ain't gonna be anywhere near as good as y'all's.
And where's the stove?
Right
That
there.
all we got?
What do you mean that's all you got? You got your stove top and your oven?
You're spoiled, Mama. You're used to 2 ovens now. Yeah, they only have the one.
Okay.
A lot of people only have one. Alright, go down the hallway.
I didn't remember the toilet being here though.
The toilet goes all the way on the end. They've changed it. Yeah, the toilet was over on the other end. Oh, wow.
Well, that was always
That
there.
was always there. Look at the bathroom. They've changed the setup in the bathroom.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like that, which I like that in here too. Yeah, the toilet was in this little spot right here. They moved it so they could have a bigger vanity. Which makes sense.
Toilet was where?
That was a closet right here.
Toilet was where?
The toilet was right here in the corner, and then you just had the one little sink, but they've added this vanity so it gives you more space in here.
Yeah.
This looks really good. Nicely done.
And then this front room, Mother, I remember when you lived in it, when Scott and I were little. God, it's so small.
That one?
Yeah. It had a full bed.
I didn't remember it being that
dresser.
small.
Oh, it was small.
Yeah.
I barely did have enough room to make my bed.
Yeah.
And get between the bed and the wall over there to make my bed. It was
There's
just a
another,
full
they
size.
put a bathroom in there.
No, that's y'all's, that was the master bedroom.
Was it?
And then that's where you and Paps, and then y'all's bathroom.
Initially, they were in that room where you're standing, and then till Dad added on the bathroom.
Oh, he added the bathroom? He added the bathroom?
He did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This was initially, Rick and Les shared a bedroom right here.
Mm-hmm.
And Mom and Dad were in this room here.
Oh, I didn't know
And then
that.
Dad added on that bathroom, which was fantastic. And then when they did that, then they took the master right there.
Well, boy, they really, all house here in it.
Wow.
Don't have much yard.
Still looks overgrown. Needs to be cleaned up desperately.
Yeah.
It's been neglected. Oh, there's the gate.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Such wonderful memories. Huh.
Oh, the gate still works on both sides. They just got it pulled
Yeah.
back.
There's some lines. Oh, the power lines? What is that? Something went up into that tree.
That tree right there is one that Paps said that he planted for me.
Which one?
That big bushy one
On the right hand side.
right there next to the fence. There was one over here that Paps, I don't remember which one for Scott.
The one
and
that y'all always climbed.
And the
to
one,
take
and he
pictures.
said that was gonna be us, cause I always asked, Paps, Scott's is bigger. He said, one day it won't be. And, sure enough, there that one is,
Yeah.
still there.
And Scott's is gone.
Scott's is gone.
They took that little gas light thing out. They had
Yeah.
already disconnected that.
And they
wanted
took the,
tree that everybody always stood in front of for
Yeah.
it was
Easter pictures.
a dogwood.
Yes, it
Yeah, it
was.
was.
Yeah, it was a dogwood.
Yeah.
Sure was.
Well, this don't even look like what we had.
It looks really good. Landscaping needs cleaned up desperately.
But yeah, this was the frillier bedroom, and you had the rotary phone in here.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. Is you had the rotary phone in here.
Yeah.
Got it?
Oh, they got a closet here.
Well, it was always there.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, it's not
It's
very
not very
big.
large, is it? When these houses built, they didn't have or people didn't have clothes like they do now.
They just didn't have stuff.
And they didn't have stuff. You had maybe an outfit for each day of the week to go to school, and
So I didn't know
Just
Paps
certain-
built that bathroom. That's
he
interesting.
did. He added it on himself.
Yeah.
He didn't have any helpers except for family.
I got on the
This
roof
looks
and had to
amazing.
re-roof up there.
Oh my gosh, this looks amazing.
What, bathroom?
That's how you can't get into the basement here. They took part of the stairway. They took part of the stairway to add this on. That's exactly what they did.
Is that a shower?
Yes,
Mhm. It's a big old walk-in.
Oh,
yes.
You wanna walk in there?
But it used to stop like right here. Your tub and shower was over here, the toilet, and this was here, but your tub was over here. This was not here. So they took part of that space from the stairway going to the basement. so they could bump it out and add that in. This looks amazing. Really, really like this. Nicely done.
It's all bright.
Mm-hmm. And bright and modernized everything. Very
Yep, yep.
nicely done. I love this. These are not hung yet. These will be hung up there. I thought that's awfully low. What do you think, Mom?
Well, it don't even look like where I used to live.
No.
How long were y'all here for?
Dude.
25, 26 years.
I know you moved out in 90, you moved out in 96. When did y'all move in?
Let's see, wait a minute, I was 5. So in 58.
58, so from 58 to 96, ballpark?
Yeah. I grew up here. This is where I grew up.
Yeah.
I was 5 years old when we moved in. Started elementary school at LaBelle, which is right down the road.
Rick, first day he went to school, I carried him next door from my house to Darcy's.
Carried him in your arms.
I did.
You didn't want him to get dirty.
Right.
I know.
Was Doris already living here when y'all moved in?
Yeah.
Was she?
Doris and Jerry were in there.
They thought we were rich people.
Why?
At the beginning, I don't know why they did, but then they became our very best friends. But they thought we had lots of money.
And then Pauline Galloway across the street from
Yeah.
there.
And Pauline and then
Jan
Jen and Norma
Vance. Norma was one of my best friends, and then Jerry Sabat and Butch, her brother, next
Right.
door to him.
Right.
And the three of us hung out all the time.
Yeah.
Either
And
I was
I-
at their house or they were here, one of the two.
I let the kids play baseball in my yard.
Our front yard was the baseball field for the
Because
neighborhood.
I wanted the kids in a safe place where I could watch them. So I didn't mind if they played in the yard. So they did.
Yeah, we had one of the trees that's not out there anymore was second base. First base was right here in front of my bedroom window. Then the tree was second base, and then the third base, and home was always there where the driveway is.
I hope y'all didn't hit it very far
We didn't.
to go out into the street.
I think we used wiffle ball, from what I recall. I think.
When we were growing up, we played a game. You know, it's like kids, you always invent games
Yeah.
based on what you had. So we invented a game called Yard Ball.
Oh.
This is when we were teenagers. And if you hit it a home run, you were out to discourage. Because basically,
Hitting it very hard.
we would, otherwise, you would just kill it
Yeah.
into the other person's yard and it'd be a home run every time.
Yeah.
And so the skill came in, how do you hit the ball far enough that you can get around some bases without it going into the street. So if it went out of the yard, it was an automatic out.
Okay.
And so,
That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, so we just
Yeah.
kind of made up our own little rules to kind of make the game more fun. Because it's no fun to always be chasing balls,
No.
you know.
But sometimes Rick and I, or Les and I, would play ball, just the two of us.
Yeah.
Sometimes if there wasn't anybody who couldn't play, people couldn't play, we'd play just the two of us. It's like you were your own, you'd have to run first and then go back and, you know, hit, and you were your own.
We would have ghost runners if we had more people on base and we had batters. You'd have ghost runners and they could only move if
There
it
you
was a
go.
force. So you just come
Yeah.
up with the rules.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
That's good because it forces you to get outside and be creative and
Yeah.
instead of sitting around on your duffus.
So how many bedrooms have they got here
Still
now?
3.
Three.
Still 3. Yeah.
bedrooms.
But it's funny
not too
because I didn't know that Pap's built this because my first house was a 3-bedroom, 1-bath as well. And I was thinking about it the other day. I was thinking, 3-bedroom, 1 or 2 bath. That was just the standard.
That was what everybody
I mean,
had.
used to, you didn't buy a home, move up, buy a home, move up,
No.
buy a home, move
But
up.
stay there.
I mean, you bought a home and you stayed there,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Kind of like Dave and I are doing now.
kind of, yeah.
Well, Granddaddy Goss, when we bought this house, he figured we couldn't afford it and would not be able to keep it.
Oh my.
But
Well, you know what's funny? The other day, somebody was telling me that if you, back in the 1910s, the average size house was 700 square feet.
Oh my goodness.
In the 1950s, it was about 950 to 1,000. By the 2000s, this was, I guess, starter home. No, this was the average home. By
The turn of the century.
the turn of the century, the average size house was around 1,700. So we went from 700 to 1,700 in the average size of the house.
Yeah. But
So-
when Mom and Dad were growing up, like all the clothes Dad owned were on a nail on the back of the bedroom door.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that's what.
Well, and
they
it's
had.
like I was talking to Daddy yesterday, and we were talking about different things, and I said, because we were talking about the Biggs house right down the street at Pat Mell, or at Judy Circle, and I was telling him, I said, go look at this address. It was that address, and I said, that's a $260,000 house now.
What?
The one that we lived in over on Flintlock,
Yeah.
with the pool that Big lived in,
yeah.
and everything else, that's now $360,000. And so if Brandon and Adriana, those are perfect starter homes, right? This is a good starter home, right?
I don't like the area though. It's not.
But I'm just saying the size of it and
The
everything
size of
else,
it's fine.
right? At $350,000, the average first-time home buyer puts about 3.5% down. They're going to have a mortgage payment over $3,000
No, that's too much.
for this house.
That's too much.
$3,000 a month for this house.
One person loses their job and you're in trouble. That's too much to pay for.
And that's the problem with what's going on in the market right now.
Too much to pay for.
So, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Mama, I'm glad you got to come see it.
I am too, but it doesn't look at all like
I know.
what I lived in.
But I hope the people that live here enjoyed it as much as y'all did and as much as I did growing up.
Oh, the door to the dirt basement is open. We dug that dirt basement. Do you remember that, Mom?
Yeah.
We had to come home from school. You and me and Dad and Rick and Les dug that basement out when they thought Cuba was going to bomb us.
Yeah.
We built the dirt basement and put jars of food in there.
Yeah.
Be funny if the jars are still there. Well, it was a good house.
Yeah, they done a great job. So what's it standing for?
I don't know yet. I'll know within the next few days.
Okay.
Probably 350-ish.
Is that right?
It's got to be somewhere in that ballpark.
I love the door. That looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And the window right here brings so much brightness to
Yeah.
the room. Very nice. Very nicely done.
So this is a great big room, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, they did a very nice job with it.